Hello, this is Congressman Jim Clyburn. Thank you very kindly for allowing me to visit with you in this manner as you celebrate your county convention. As you know, we're pausing politics quite a bit these days as we meet the challenges coming from a coronavirus that none of us ever thought we would ever see. We're doing so at a very special time in our existence. Holy Week, a week that Christians will be celebrating Easter. In fact, I'm taping this today on Easter Sunday. But Jews are celebrating the Passover, Muslims, Ramadan. It's a holy season for a lot of people. It's a time for us to stop and reflect upon who and what we are. But in doing so, we should always remember that our relationship with the Almighty is a personal one. In fact, in the parsonage I grew up in, my dad, who preaches often from the Old Testament as he did from the New, would always say to us that your faith should be demonstrated in private, not necessarily in public. You express, you pray. In the closet, he would often say to us. And then when you go out to the public, you practice that which your religion teaches. Practicing religion is something much more than reciting a prayer or demonstrating any public kind of manifestation, whether it's going to church or to the synagogue or the temple. That is where we demonstrate our religion. That's not where we practice it. That's not where we celebrate it. We do that in private. But as we do, let's keep in mind some of those teachings. Those of the Jewish faith will often think about Micah 6:8. For what does the law require of thee but to do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly? Those of us who are Christians, we will move over to Matthew 25:45, reminding ourselves that we are being judged by how we treat the least of these. And nowhere in our history, at least our current history, that I can remember that judgment manifesting itself any more than today during this pandemic. We are finding out that we need to do a lot with our governmental structure in order to treat the least of these as we have been instructed to do. The fact of the matter is, we've got a great healthcare system, but the healthcare system is not accessible and affordable for everybody. We've got a great educational system, but that educational system is not accessible and affordable for all. I often think about growing up in Sumter and opening my school day every year, or every day, reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. With liberty and justice for all. The fact of the matter is, that is aspirational. We have not gotten there yet. We are in pursuit of a more perfect union. And in doing so, we must make policy as political operatives that will deliver a governmental structure that will do liberty, deliver liberty and justice for all. A governmental structure that will make healthcare, education, whatever it is that exists in our society, accessible and affordable for all. I'm hopeful that as we carry out our lives, adjusting to this challenge, that we will meet those other challenges on the other side of this pandemic, making our educational system, our healthcare system, all of our governmental structure, which is great, make that greatness accessible and affordable for all. Thank you, and Godspeed.